How you doing? I'm super excited to be here. I think we're just gonna let a few more people get on. I've been trying to watch some of these this morning. Very cool. I can't wait to really sit down and be able to concentrate and take some notes on some of these amazing rock stars that are on here today. Um, I'll go ahead and just kind of start with my intro as people come on. I am Terry Newman, and I am a superstar director up in Portland, Oregon, originally from Southern California. So I tend to say awesome and totally, it's a Southern California thing. It's okay, it's me. And I also say right, like I'm looking for an answer, but I know you can't really answer me. So just bear with that because that's me. I just want to thank everybody again for being here, and thank you to the girls that started this page and for asking me to train. It's a big honor, and thank you very much. And you know what? I am doing a show right now that has all Elvis music, so play the wrong match. Okay, so now I just would probably start with my Scentsy story, although I think many of you have heard it, so that might be boring. I joined in 2008, fall of 2008, so it's been about 8.5 years-ish, and again, why I joined doesn't really matter at this point, if you ask me, because I've been here for 8.5 years, so the question should be, why am I still here? So, I joined, we love Scentsy, but why I'm still here, I think makes a big difference, especially to those of you that are new. Why am I still with the company? My background is in performing arts. Many of you know that. So I've been a drama teacher, a dance teacher, I do a lot of things. So that being said, I would have never considered myself a salesperson. So when I came into Scentsy, just know this is kind of important. We didn't have the money at the time. It wasn't like this brilliant financial decision at the time. But we did it. And then I just wanted to share that more than my story of why I started, this is why I stayed. A year in, I hit director. And I watched a video of Orville called Arrows Out. Now, keep in mind, our workstation was not what it is today. Not even close. And the little training tab was this little thing, and there was just a few videos on there. And I went on there literally the night I hit director. And I watched Orville's video. And for me, everything changed. Everything changed right there because I hadn't looked at it as a career because I was over 40 years old and I was still a drama teacher and I was raising little kids. And it wasn't something I had tuned into that way. So when I listened to Orville, what changed was the company. I thought, this culture, this man and his wife, this is the real deal. Who are they? I didn't realize this bigger picture that I was suddenly a part of. And now I'm a director. I'm in a leader position simply because I loved this product and I shared the love of it. So everything changed after that day. I said, you know what? I'm going to saddle up. I'm digging in. This is it. Now, because of our financial situation and a couple other things, sure, life went on. And this is how I'm going to bring this into a full circle today in regards to the basket parties. So, 8.5 years, my business has changed. Yeah? Okay, so I went from having 3 little kids to now I have 3 adults, literally. And so, for me, I always looked at myself more like a teacher, so I was leading well, I felt like. Clearly, my team was growing. Things were going well. I wouldn't say I was some hot shot in the sales seat. Not at all. Not at all. But as my team grew and I hit star director and then superstar director, I was feeling very blessed and I was loving it. But the policies changed, businesses changed, you have dips and flows. I'm not a business person. I'm an artistic person, so I'm super visual and I didn't quite get it. And some things changed. You find out in life, human nature, some people quit, some people don't quit. Well, there was a lot of people that quit at one point in my cycle. And I looked at myself and I looked at my business and I said, well, you better change things, Terry. You better figure out how to get your sales up, because you need to keep your financial situation where it's at, if not better. And how are you going to do that after this hyper growth? And luckily, we do have Orville and Heidi, who are amazing. And they're amazing and transparent in regards to, I know I've heard Orville say his business people that help him probably don't want him and Heidi to share as much as they do, but they do, because they're genuine and they're super authentic. So I knew exactly where we were. I wasn't worried about Scentsy. I just knew my team changed. So I needed to make a change to compensate. So that is when I decided that I was going to do more home parties, which clearly I should have been better at, because I'm used to being in front of an audience. But I wasn't really good at them. And so I had to kind of learn how to do that correctly with the help of all of my Scentsy sisters, because we always all help each other. So I did more home parties, and that was great. And that was giving me solid sales. And I also made a decision to say, I am going to put in $2,000 a month or better. And I said it, I wrote it down, it's in front of me, I have it everywhere I can see it. You're going to max that compensation plan. And you know what? I did. And I was a 500 girl. I was a leader. You'd be stupid not to put 500 in, right? You're not going to get any of your bonuses, all your hard work, your leadership. Okay. But when I told myself I was going to do 2,000, I did it. Now, do I get it every single month? No. Okay. But almost. And I thought it was amazing that once I told myself I was going to do 2,000, I started doing it. I just started doing it. So that was great. So when you have a goal like that, it's very motivating. And Scentsy has taught us many times that you set your goal, then what are your actions to get to your goal? Okay? You have to have solid actions that are going to get you to your goal. I always use health and fitness, because if you had a goal to lose 10 pounds and you said, my 2 actions are going to be go to the gym 3 times a week and cut sugar. Okay, so if you start going to the gym once a week and you're still kind of eating a little sugar, you're probably not going to get to your goal, at least not as fast. So set your goals. Mine was 1 home party a month, and I'm going to get these baskets out. Now, I had 1 set of mini testers, and then it started going so good that I got another, and then I got another. So I have 3 basket testers. That is 3 baskets of Partey sitting in my hand, yes? So I needed to figure out what I was going to do. So I've really thought about this, and like, when and how am I going to create this basket, and how am I going to make it new and improved? And how is it going to be a representative of me and my big mouth at a party? How is this basket going to be Terry Newman? Okay? It's your employee. Think of it that way. So I did more parties. I was doing that, and then I was trying to create these baskets. But then there was still this one little nugget that I just was missing. So I really thought about this, and I actually kind of came up with it on a phone call with one of my directors just a few weeks ago. And I thought, this is a good visual. Again, I'm a visual person, so sometimes I need to see it like this and hear it that way versus, like I need to hear it in a song or a dance for me to take it in. Okay, well, I won't do that. Well, I might do it a little. I might sing later, but not right now. Anyway, so what I decided to give her as a visual was, think of your year in a circle. So you literally take a piece of paper, take a crayon, take a Sharpie, make a circle, okay? And then cut it into pie shape. But your pie is not somebody else's pie slices. Meaning, I'll use myself as an example. I think of my pie slices in quarters, because I had 3 kids that were athletes, and I was a coach. So I was thinking of seasons, all right? So I'm going to show you something. I don't know how good this stuff shows up, but it's just a visual. Okay, so this is, some pie shapes. Some of you will say you're in 3 big chunks a year. Some of you, like me, will say 4. Some will say 6, and some will say 12. Like every month brings you a new surprise. Surprise, not surprise. Meaning, let's say you are the auction chair at your school and it's in the spring. You know you are going to be sidetracked with your Scentsy business during the spring. Me, I will say I have cheer camp and training camp and all this stuff all through the summer, as well as running kids' places and different things, moving kids to college now, things like that. And then in the fall, we have football season. My son played football. He plays football in college. So I'm going to go see him play, and or I have my own football games to coach my cheerleaders at. My husband coaches football. So then we go into after Christmas. This is my hardest piece of pie, okay? Because we go into basketball season. My daughter plays basketball. I'm cheer coach, and I choreograph a school musical every year. So for Terry, that's a tough time of year. This is where I utilize the baskets because I cannot physically be where I need to be. Understandably, you have to take care of your family first. And yes, my other jobs bring in financial need. However, Scentsy has to be my priority. So I can't just forget about it, especially because I'm a leader and I need to take care of my people. Leaders, don't forget that. You are who you are because of your people. Okay, do not ever take that for granted. Because again, just like going back to Orville's video, that whole arrows out is about giving more than you take. That is a staple in our business. That is the culture of Scentsy, and that is why the cream rises to the top, people. All right? That is why our company is special. So when you keep in mind, you are who your team is. You did not get there by mistake. You're doing good stuff, but they're your worker bees. They are working. You are who you are because of our teamwork. Together, we are better. We know that. Okay. Make your pie. Bake your pie. Okay, here we go. So, I told you about what my seasons are. So, a tisket a tasket. I love a Scentsy basket. Okay, that was just like a poem. It wasn't really like a song, and that's as much as you're getting. Okay, so here's my basket. This has come a long way. I have a couple here, but they basically have the same stuff in them. Okay, so here's one. Now, when somebody used to show me, I'm just going to cover myself for a second. Yeah? Oh, gosh, Facebook Live. It's very hard. Okay, so anyway, here's this basket. Now, some people used to show me a basket like this, and I'd be like, oh, for goodness sake, are you kidding me? I'm not doing that. That is just ginormous, and that is blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, guess what? If I can't get my butt to a home party, I better make a beautiful basket. And I told you, this is representing Terry Niman. Terry Niman. Okay, so here we go. All right, in my basket, on the side, on a ring, is my story with my family, okay? I printed my story. I heard that a bunch at convention, and I thought, you know what? People like the personal touch. Again, another Orvilleism. He says, be real. Be real. You have to touch people because if you look like you're on a pedestal and you're untouchable, they will not feel that you are duplicatable, which is what we need in our business, right? So here's my story of why I joined Scentsy. Okay, that's on the ring. And then the rest of this, I'm going to give some shout out to Brittany Clapp because she does all these amazing graphics and she shares because she's cool like that. And she let us have that. So I cut it, laminated it, put a ring on the side of the basket. Basically what that is it is instructions for your hostess. It answers all of her questions or her guests' questions. Now, the thing with the basket that I always say, when I hand it off to somebody who wanted to do a home party but just couldn't find a date, or their house is too small, or their dog's in the house and it bugs the guests, and blah, 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 whatever, I just tell them, take it to work, take it to your family, take it to Bunko, take it to sports, take it to the PTA meeting, wherever. Basket parties sometimes come back way bigger than a home party because they hit all these venues and they touched all these people that they normally wouldn't touch. Take it when you go to get your hair done. Take it when you go to get your nails done. Just start taking orders. And guess what? Somebody that takes a basket around like that and comes back with an $800 order is going to get flipped into a consultant. Yes. because she was awesome. Okay, so there's that. In this little burlap bag, I have the mini testers. Now, here's another thing. You don't have to put all your testers in here. I mean, tons of consultants split them into like 10 testers in a little cute bag. You don't have to do that. You can have one set of testers and do like 8 baskets, right? 10 little testers. That's great too. Doesn't matter. Them getting to smell it physically is a bonus because, as we all know, people will order Scentsy sight unseen. And let me tell you something else while we're at it. We are in a great business because we work with the psychology of fragrance. Yeah? Okay. See, I almost said right. Right. Okay. I know you're saying right. I'm gonna assume you're saying right. Okay. So because we work with the fragrance and the psychology behind it, trust me, going back to health and fitness, I promise you, people, kind of unfortunately, will give up on their physical body, a supplement they are taking that is making them feel better. They will give up on that before they will give up on hand soap that smells like an orange. This is true. This is true. It makes them feel good. Even though the supplement was like anatomically making them feel good, biologically making them feel good, they want the soap or they want the diffuser by their bed with lavender because it makes them feel good. Okay? So we're in a good business. I'm just saying there's staying power here. Okay, so what else I put in here? Another shout to Brittany. This is a super cute idea. If you are in the Scent of the Month Club and you have all these bars, put this in there with the little try me and let your hostess use a cube or two or bar. Sometimes they come back with nothing out of them. Sometimes they come back half gone. Okay? So there's that. Then, of course, your business card with a little sample. I'm always drawing slips because people love to win. So even if they're not purchasing, you might get their information, which might prompt them to start to buy. Okay, so there's that. And then I also put a cute little buddy clip in here. So I'm touching fragrance, okay, with the wax. And then I'm touching children, if there's children in the house, okay? And then one of my favorite products we do, I tell you what, I'm just always so happy that they made this, is the washer whips. Now, if you can get a mommy to love our laundry, you're in. You are in, because she's got a lot of laundry. Okay, so this is what I have on top. I don't even know if you can read it, but it's just a little, like, chalk sticker, and I put 1 scoop, add clothes, detergent, Bravo. Okay, so this is getting skinnier because people definitely use it, and then I see all these orders for washer whips. It's great. Okay, then of course 2 catalogs, a pen, flyer for Scent and Warmer of the Month. And then this is just super simple, and I never really thought about it, but it really keeps things organized and it helps the hostess, and that is completed order forms. It's just a little envelope and you just put it in there, completed order forms. Sounds silly, but if you've ever done a fundraiser and you get the stuff back, it's like a hot mess. And you're like, why don't people know to put it together? It's all over the place, right? So here's the other thing. And I'm just going to say I was lazy. Okay, I'm just going to say it. But I'm not now. Somebody long time ago said highlight the name, phone number, and email. Okay, sometimes people are like, do I have to fill the whole thing out? No, you don't have to fill the whole thing out, but I really want your contact information. So see, now you probably can't see that. There it is. See, I'm just backwards. Am I a dance teacher? Because, yeah, a dyslexic one. Anyway, so there we are. So make sure you highlight those, because really the purpose of the basket party is A, obviously get the orders. B, get their contact information. I mean, it's so important, and it's so not there sometimes, but that's what the drawing slips sort of entice also. So I'm looking at my basket. Here's my other one. I have one out right now, and these are going out this week. This is my other one. So I will also tell you this. I went to Home Goods, and these big, super cute baskets were under $8, all right? I am all about being cost effective. My main thing with Scentsy is don't spend money you haven't made, okay? Let me tell you something. You want your husband mad at you? Spend your Scentsy money, and then you don't have anything, and then you use house money on your business, and he's going to be mad. Fair enough, right? So here we go. I think that was pretty much what I was going to tell you about the baskets. So that's the contents. That's what I put in there. Ever since I upped my ante on the basket, huge. They're great. I mean, literally, it's so exciting. Like when I'm in production, like I am right now for this show, I literally have rehearsal every single afternoon, and then I go coach my cheerleaders for basketball once or twice a night. So it gets really tight, and I only have a few Saturdays and Sundays for real home parties, which I love. But you guys, the basket party, it can be a big money maker. It can get you to your $2,000 goal. So I'm looking at the time. So I'm getting close. And just like Lisa Babb before me, I don't have my glasses on. So I'm trying to look at the comments, and I cannot. But I might put my glasses on. So that's what I have for the baskets. I can't really tell you enough how much you should utilize them. Create your pie-shaped graph, okay? And be mom, you should be super proud of that. Anything you do, you are doing it ultimately for your families. I mean, we do Scentsy for our families. We want to better our life in so many ways. So I'm going to end with this because I just said that. I heard an entrepreneur speaker on online, and he was talking about how do successful people measure their success. And it was this big survey with business people, people in sales, people who are like business owners of, all different genres. So he said, how do you think people measure their success? And immediately people think paycheck, title. So I am successful because I am the la of this company, or I make X amount every year. But guess what? The reality was that when they surveyed people who were very successful, how do you measure your success in your business? And they said, my personal growth, which I loved because, especially with a female-dominated company, we hear this a lot. If you feel like you were better today than you were yesterday, that is successful. And if you feel like you can be better tomorrow and you have that goal set, you're going to be better tomorrow. So when you look at Scentsy, don't get hung up on title. Don't get hung up on, well, she does it this way. I should do it this way. You need to be you. Be your authentic self and make your Scentsy business work in your life. Because like I said, I work my business very different now than I did 8 years ago. But it was good then, and it's good now. Gosh, I almost started crying. I have grown so much with Scentsy. So yes, the financial part saved our family, really. But me, I was over 40 years old, like I said. Bonus career, what am I doing? I'm a drama teacher. I'm a dancer. No, I am a Scentsy consultant. And I'm a good one. Just kidding. No, I just know that I grew so much as a person. It got me back in front of an audience because I was wiping butts and noses for 10 years. Of course I was. I was a mommy. And I was good at that too. But anyway, I rebirthed. Like, I just was like, what? I forgot I could do this. I can talk to adults. I can teach another female that she's got the goods to be successful at this. So that to me is so beyond rewarding. So when you're going for your sales, think about your personal growth. What are you doing to become a better person for yourself, for your family, and for our company? And get your dang basket party out because you're going to hit 2,000. Okay, that is all. And I will look at these comments and I will write you back. But you guys, I love you. Thank you so much. This is so fun. I mean, how lucky are we to be at a company that brings us such joy? Finish button. Bye.